Hello there. Welcome to It's Morgan, the podcast. And if you want to contact me, there's an email address about anything and everything and anyone. The email address is 0121. I'm going to say this is an email address, not a phone number. 0121 itsmorgan@gmail.com. If you email me, I may read your email out loud, with great difficulty being dyslexic, on the show. How are you? For the first time ever doing this, the weather is actually nice now, but this morning, on the 3rd of April, there was actually frost on the windscreen. Not just a little bit of frost, this was get the scraper out and scrape it off, and the kids were on holiday, so quite a few people were staying at home to look after the kids. But no, there's me at 7 o'clock this morning, getting the ice off. Yay! People are like, oh, it's spring. The supermarkets want it to be spring. And I can tell you why they want it to be spring, because I'm trying to buy screen wash for sort of minus temperatures, and you can't get it. They have their summer range out. So I've got to pay the extra few quid just to get a few things done. Oh, the car. Had it serviced, which I'll bang on about that in just a few moments. But first, something I really need to bang on about. Dogs. I'm not really a dog person. I can put up with them, and I can appreciate why people will have dogs, but I just don't want one, because I don't really want to pick up their shit while they look at you like, come on then, you're going to pick it up, Particularly this one bloke who had a British bulldog driving past. I've never seen any living creature have the expression on its face. I bet I don't even have this relief when they're having a crap or a poo or giving waste. All their movements. Oh, my car's talking to me. Shh. Recording. But I've never seen anything with the expression on its face with such glee, with such delight, that it was having a crap, and the bloke was just looking at it going, without sounding too much like Jeff Goldblum from Jurassic Park, that was one big pile of shit. And he picked it up and went his way and put it in them little plastic bags. And some dog owners, they'll pick the dog shit up in a plastic bag, fair enough, then throw the bag into the woods. Well, what's the point in that? You might as well just get the shit and just chuck it out in the woods and let it fertilise, and it will grow into a tree maybe, or some plants, or some pretty flowers. But no. Turn it into compost? No, they're just going to shove it in the plastic bag, or it's just going to rot for the next 10,000 years. Lazy bastards. But I know someone recently who's trying to adopt a foster or whatever, I don't know what's going on, adopt or foster a dog rather than going, a dog that needs a home. Fair enough, and I've got no problem against that. Good on him for getting a foster dog, because that would just relieve so much pressure on the dog charities. And I like the dog charities, good on them. I'm just not a dog person myself. If people want dogs, fair enough, they're great companions and all that. Hours and hours of entertainment. It's these fashion dogs I don't like, but never mind. Right. Would you get a dog with the same name as your ex-mother-in-law? I don't have an ex-mother-in-law. I have a mother-in-law. It's not an ex. Hopefully never will be either. But, you know what? If me and my wife decide to go down the fostering lane and the dog's name is the same name as my mother-in-law, that is the dog I'm getting. I do not care. So, word of advice, if you foster a dog, get it the same name as your ex-mother-in-law. But this was one of them, it wasn't very, they're all taking it seriously. I found it fucking hilarious that they were going to foster this dog. I don't know what's happened. I don't think they're getting the dog for one reason or another. But if you're I was in stitches that it was the name of this person's ex-mother-in-law. I was fucking in stitches. I can't even mention the name because I'll get told off for bringing it up, but I think that was hilarious. It's like parachuting, you might break a leg. That was another classic one. Or these charity parachute jumps. I've mentioned this in Vlogging Adam for those hardcore listeners. I was told you shouldn't do a parachute jump for charity. Why? You might break a leg. Is that worst case scenario that might happen during the charity parachute jump? You might break a leg. That is worst case scenario. That's a win. Thursday now, I think. No, Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. I feel even worse. than I did the other day, but dragged myself into work, and more importantly, I actually managed to drag myself to doing one of these podcasts. Part 2. I'll just do bits of recording throughout the week and I'll sort of merge them together at the end of the week. If I've got enough to do 2 a week, I'll do 2 a week, but there will be one. There will be one. Now, caught my attention in the headlines, going through the news feed and everything, is that the Super Mario movie thing is out. Huzzah. Now, because it's the Easter holidays, I generally have a rule. I don't go to the cinemas or the movies because of school kids being there. It's noisy, it's loud. It's like, shut up, I want to watch the film. And in West Brom, there's an Odeon cinema there, and you don't want to go and see any film there. Even if there's a few people in there, there's just going to be trouble. I remember going to see the Jungle Book remake thing, the live action one, which is probably the only decent Disney live action version they've done. And there was me and my wife, another much older couple who sat a bit closer to the screen because they haven't got the prescriptions. And willy-nilly, he just takes his phone out and starts making phone calls during the film. So I had to get down and have a word. I'm going to say it's a nice cinema. Just a shame the people who use it. But you got the Super Mario Brothers film out, as I say. I've not seen it yet. I've seen 1-star reviews. Hold on, let me get that straight. Right, I've seen one where they've rated the film with stars, but they've only given it 2. So I've only seen 1-star rated film. Didn't go full into the headline, but they gave it a 2-star out of 5. Oh, hello. The video game curse again. But I was watching a video, so I've only read 2 so far, of this guy who comes out the cinema. Yes, in Britain we call it the cinema. And his sort of first reaction, he goes on to say, he enjoyed it. It's got lots of nostalgia, and it's Super Mario. So you're going to get a lot of Super Mario things in. Because it was the 2-star review, I won't say what national newspaper, but it was a national newspaper here in Britain, and it wasn't very... They give everything a bad review. I think they expect everything to be like The Godfather, There Will Be Blood, you know, them big classical films that will live forever. And I was like, it's Super Mario. I don't want to give too much away, but I haven't seen the films. How can I give too much away from the reviews? Yeah, the guy said he's full of nostalgia, and over and over, I keep saying that, but he's got loads of stuff references for people who grew up playing the games, or even kids who are playing the game now. Now, I imagine the 2-star review, person's probably never even picked up a game controller, let alone played a Super Mario game ever in their life. I didn't read the full article, I just saw the 2 stars. So I think it's take it with a pinch of salt. I've heard one guy who's a gamer said it's good, and I've read one article that said it was rubbish. Well, they give the 2-star review. So it's completely up to your own opinion. I'd like to go and see it, but I can't just yet. I'm not too well. I can't even sit through The Mandalorian, which it's on 8 o'clock on Disney Plus in the morning in the UK, which is great for me. So I could watch it in the morning, and this is what I do. Don't want to give too much away if you haven't seen it yet. But Jack Black is everywhere. Say no more. Is everywhere. What else? So, God, I just feel dreadful. Not dreadful all week, but I still managed to get through that. 40 minutes of it. Not really spoilers, but the latest episode, all I'm going to say is Jack Black's in it, is there wasn't much Grogu. Now, the reason I have to watch it in the morning is because if there's lots of Grogu, me and the wife watch the episode later on in the evening. But if there's not a lot of Grogu, the wife doesn't want to watch it, so I'll just say, I've watched it in the morning. It's a good deal. Couple of weeks this season, I have managed to watch it twice. But I think the latest fancy man's Pedro. But he doesn't take his helmet off, does he? Doesn't wear one for The Last of Us, so she's really into that. I'm trying to get her to play The Last of Us Part 2. I can't be bothered. It's probably because I'm feeling dreadful. All video gaming at the moment, I just feel dreadful playing. I played Atomic Heart, and getting into it, then I was like, I haven't actually played the bloody game yet. It's just one long cutscene. And I was like, I want to play the game. I want to push a button. And it goes up, I've signed up for Game Pass again. Just because there's a few games out. And there's another game, it's, come out on day one. I played it for like 2 seconds, and I'm like, God, I'm bored. So I ended up playing Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze on the Switch. And I thought, you know what, this is fun. That's what I want, fun. If I read a book, I want to have fun. Unless it's for like research purposes. Whatever I do, just want to have a bit of fun. Oh, that chap over there. Whoa! So, because I normally sat in the car doing these recordings, and I just looked over. It generally looks like there's a bit of hanky-panky going on in one of the cars. Like the Tina Turner song says, steamy windows. I could be wrong. I could very well be wrong. That's me sipping my tea. We've got... What else is coming up? Jeez, I'm that bloody terrible. I'm just looking forward to getting through the next 5 minutes. And this is episode 10. This is episode 10. This is supposed to be the big one. So I said, right, I'm going to get 10 episodes done of the podcast, and I'm going to start advertising it. Yeah, and I haven't written anything. But I sound awful, so when this is put together, it's going to be awful. Hopefully I'll get better. I've got another day of recording tomorrow, hopefully. I'll get 2 minutes. It's nothing planned. It's nothing serious. I'll just waffle on about this, that and the other. And when I get to the end of the week, I'll listen back to it while I'm editing. I'll just make a note about what I say. Okay, I'm going to talk about this. I've talked about that. Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe and all that crap. Yeah, I'm not on Apple. And it won't be on Apple until I get a sponsor. So if I have any sponsorship opportunities, even just to cover the cost for the Apple users, I'll advertise you. At 10 episodes with so many listeners. But yeah, it's good. It's just an expression. And I think people need that little bit of an expression about day-to-day stuff. No matter what it is. Look at that. I'm asking for sponsorship to do advertisements. And I gotta say, this is one for YouTube. I'm a happily married man. So why the fuck am I getting these adverts for, I don't know, come and click and collect your future date? In other words, it's a tie-bride. Are you single? Blah, blah, blah. No, I'm heading for 10 years soon. It's coming up soon. And there's a video of me dancing, well, when I say dancing, sort of swinging a toy lightsaber around on the dance floor at my wedding. That was fun. But yeah, I'm getting lots of adverts for, what have I been on for it to come on in the cookies and memories? I'll have some fancy techno knowledgeable person be able to tell me, but it's, hey, you're single. Oh, no. Click on me to find singles in your area. And they're not them dodgy sites either. Don't go on them. I support I got my wife. No, there's nothing like that. And I'm getting, this is YouTube, this is. And I don't think I can watch any dodgy stuff on YouTube. I'm struggling to watch this Xbox documentary. He says you have to sign in and everything. I was like, oh, Christ almighty. So anything like that comes up, it's like, Jesus Christ, get it off. TikTok was bad. It's the reason I got off there. Not because of the Chinese government and all that. It's because of the government. I'm going to have to stop. Tell you what, I'm feeling terrible. I might call it early this week and make a start on next week. Like I say, Easter Sunday next week, and there's get together with the in-laws. So that's material. So I'm feeling like shit. The weather's shit. Probably hear it in my voice. I've had to stop and delete stuff because I'm just like, not very entertaining. But what's more annoying for me? This is going to be episode 10. Let's plan the episode. Let's write something good. And I'm just, I don't know. I like to free flow. But sometimes I think it's just good to have a plan. But I thought I'll free flow this one. And it didn't. It could work, but I just go, oh. I remember Pavarotti protected his voice a lot. Pavarotti, not good. Yeah, I see why I done it now. Anyway, should we? Yeah, it's 0121 it's morgan@gmail.com if you'd like to send an email. I need to check them emails. Ready for the next one? 0121 it's morgan@gmail.com. I'll even check the spam, see if anything crops up there. Till next time, ta-ra a bit. Have a good one.